still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They tried to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always check.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. On 2nd and 9. Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now it's Stafford. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps in an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He's airing it out for Williams, and that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Vikings! Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The Vikings sit 7-1 now on the year. And they come in following a loss last week. And that, of course, ended that strong run they were on. They had won 7 in a row prior.
And something you pointed out to me before the game even began, they've had terrific fortune throughout their entire win streak, but we both saw it happen right in front of our eyes. Some of that.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Stafford. Williams brings it in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Trying to lay one up deep. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. A nightmare in the first half for him. And that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. The play-action fake, they'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He's got the hookup with Dobbs. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Romeo Dobbs from 10 yards out. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys they end up watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
3rd and 2, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And now here is another interception. 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. At one time.
And the defense loses him. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got it. Touchdown. From 13 yards out.
And the Steelers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Extra point by Gay is is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. There's still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On first down, Stafford here. He finds his man, complete. It's Weiss. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Stafford on first down. He's got this to Williams, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Middle. On first down, it's Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. In there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Monday. Zebra. Alert.
They snap it to Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback
And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That's going to be caught by Pitts. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll look to throw again. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Right back to Pitts again. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead, tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And he's taken down inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense did not look particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Robinson with another carry. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Robinson, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to at least get one score back. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He hasn't been sacked all game, and there's an example as to why. Evaded the pressure, got out of the pocket, but even with the extra time, it doesn't translate into a completion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher. Guys trying to get to the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Past the 20. Uses this, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Stafford now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And he'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but
it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll run with Robinson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to claw one back. Extra point by Gay is up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He'll look to throw. And complete, right side to Cook. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
22!
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Hunter Renfrow, 69 yards. And the Steelers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one, costing about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. He hits Dobbs on the crosser, and he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
40 gun! 40 gun! Hey! 32! Big 20!
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Stafford. Yeah, he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
He's got Renfro on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. On the move to his left. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Pitts halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
50. 10. Double right.
Now Stafford. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Ball in a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Ready? Hey, Libra! Hey, 70!
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this wild pass midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go up top again.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
He's going to take another shot here and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford, throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And some room to work. There he goes left side. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch. But he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but
he's got a man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
York now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Vikings 91, Steelers 56.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Monday.
Stafford on first down. Open man, that's Renfro.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Williams, the man in motion left. On first down, Stafford here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, 22! 59!
One last throw here for Stafford. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And the kick here is good. So add 3 to the total. But they're still coming up well short. And that is how this one comes to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Vikings, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week.